This is how you stand on big business, and I encourage y'all to do the same.
So guys, Nicki Minaj has been facing a lot of backlash after she was seen with Erika Kirk at the turning point, and also because of the kind of divisive statements she made all through. She said stuff like she admired Trump so much, and she loved how Trump gives people hope to beat the bad guys.
I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys.
And because of this, so many of our fans are coming out to say no, they can't be supporting her anymore. Some are already canceling. And let's get into the video. Let's see why people are canceling. Let's see what's happening. And do also let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this.
I had a video about a year and some change ago where I stated in the video that the Barbs were MAGA of hip hop. Like I've been said this shit. And so it doesn't surprise me that Nicki Minaj would pull up at a Turning Point USA event, let alone walk out with Erika Kirk. Like, that did not surprise me. What's sad about this situation is that there are a lot of people, a lot of Barbs, who went out of their way probably close to a year ago with the doxing situation to ruin other people's lives over this woman, right? Just to turn around and leverage you niggas for Turning Point USA. We told y'all this was a cult. we told y'all you are under spell. And a lot of people are not going to leave because they've made their whole persona around a celebrity. They made their entire existence around this woman, right? I seen a video from Casanova Brown where they were like, yeah, the only way that these people get any type of engagement, any type of attention is online being a Nicki stan. That's the only time they get any type of attention. Don't nobody give a fuck about nothing else that's going on in their life. So they're gonna, continue this going. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch these people crash out. It's fun to watch.
Hey Barbs. So I didn't know if y'all had seen, but Erika Luna Vargas Kirk done brought out y'all fave at the Turning Point USA America Fest, whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But your fave came out on a stage and was talking about how males need to look up to people like the dashing, handsome president. I don't know who the fuck she thought you were talking about. Anyway, she said they should look up to Trump and described him as dashing and handsome. That was wild. And she also said that they need to look up to JD Vance as their role models. I'm just trying to figure out how y'all gonna talk her out of this one. Because you're trying to talk her out of the whole Christian Nigerian attack. Y'all trying to talk her out of that one, even though everyone knows that that's not a real thing that's happening. I'm just trying to figure out how y'all gonna talk her out of this one. Y'all still not believing that she's MAGA? Or are y'all ready to admit that she's probably doing this because, number one, she's not a U.S. citizen and she came here illegally, and number two, that whole thing with her husband and being a pedophile. I don't know. I just want to see how y'all feel. I don't mean to be messy, but I'm just wondering how y'all feeling.
Have I ever been cheated on? No. But seeing Nicki Minaj go up on that stage and say she has the utmost respect and admiration, and she's happy he's getting the bad guys, yeah, no, that felt like a full knife in the heart. And I mean, I feel like I had a feeling, but this felt like a full-on I walked in on my partner cheating on me type. I feel like we should have taken her merch a bit more serious when she gave us these, because I thought it was a joke. I actually thought she was going against the views, but yeah. So the Barbs are currently grieving. We just got cheated on.
Just not sure why this is the moment where everybody's now done with Nicki Minaj. Even if we were done before now, we're like, oh, she's too far gone. Hasn't she been too far gone for a while now? I am more surprised that Turning Point USA invited Nicki Minaj than I am that she actually went. You know what I mean? Because Charlie Kirk didn't like her and didn't see her as a good example. So it's crazy to see her there because they invited her, not because she attended. Just a month ago, Nicki Minaj was on the UN stage, the United Nations stage, backing Trump's false claims that Christians in Nigeria are being persecuted. Also shared one of his posts talking about how grateful she was to live in a nation where she could freely worship God and how grateful she is for this president. What president did we think she was talking about? And even before that, her descent into conservatism has been a long time coming because of the way conservatism seems to hold open arms for PDF files like the president or her husband. When you think about the lengths Nicki Minaj will go to defend all of the freaks in her circle, plus the intersection between conservatism and capitalism, it's not shocking that she's aligned herself with this administration. Nicki Minaj is now just the new token black girl serving as a mouthpiece for conservatism to black audiences, something that she's already been doing for months, if not years now, just without the national platform or reaching that audience. Why are we shocked now?
Not understanding why y'all are confused about this whole Nicki Minaj and Erika Kirk when literally the answer is so clear. This is why she was with Erika Kirk. This is why she's all of a sudden so pro-Trump. This is why she's now MAGA. And this is why she's so pro-Trump. What we are seeing right now is her trying to be so different from what her ops are, to the point to where she's perfectly okay with going into MAGA territory. She's literally doing like how in middle school when Twilight came out, and the girls that were beefing, if one of them was Team Edward, the other one was Team Jacob, just out of spite. And so many of her fans, especially her fans that are LGBT, are leaving comments like, oh, well, I'm separating the artist from the music. Oh, I don't care what she believes in. Her music is still good. I'm sorry, but you actively supporting someone who doesn't support you, someone who is advocating for the political party that wants to take rights away from you, you're literally supporting the person with a platform, someone that can easily influence others to vote against your own rights. To vote against your best interest. That is why it matters.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos of Barbs saying that they no longer support Nicki Minaj. And I think that this is a prime example of why you don't just blindly support celebrities, why you don't hold them at this high pedestal, why you don't, have, this, alliance with them or this allegiance to them. They don't know you. They don't care about you. And this is a prime example. A lot of these Barbs are the Barbs that were doxing people. Okay, they're the Barbs that were, harassing the people who were getting doxxed. I actually got doxxed this past summer, and I'm sorry that check was weak. Okay, I got maybe 20 missed calls. Like, do better. Like, if you're gonna dox me, child. But these are the Barbs that were partaking in that activity on behalf of Nicki Minaj, to support her and saying, lying and saying that other female rappers weren't good to support her. And look, this is a prime example of why you don't do that. At the end of the day, these celebrities, they don't care about you. They care about themselves first. That's why they want you to do that, because, it benefits them, but they don't care about you. And she turned on her fan base, as soon as it became convenient, she completely flipped a switch, right? I don't believe that Nicki Minaj ever cared about, gay people, the LGBTQ. Like I said before, it's not surprising, because there is, a lot of homophobia in the Caribbean, because in a lot of Caribbean countries, it's not even legal to, same-sex marriage is not legal. They have laws against sodomy and that sort of thing. So it's not legal. So naturally, a lot of people are homophobic just because it's indoctrinated into society, right? She doesn't care about black people. And when I say black people, black Americans, because she's not a black American. She is Caribbean. And we already know how that situation goes, right? She don't care. She only cares about herself and what can benefit her. And right now, this is what's benefiting her. And do I think it'll last? No. I don't. But again, this is why why are you going so hard for these people who don't even know you? Because they would not do that for you. Look how easy she flipped. Look how easy she flipped.
I am not shocked that Nicki Minaj is sitting next to Erika Kirk and is speaking for Turning Point. This has been Nicki Minaj for years now. And I don't know why we're acting like she was never going to arrive at this point. A true turning point indeed. Nicki Minaj showing up to a Turning Point event with Erika Kirk, talking to Erika Kirk, speaking about Donald Trump, praising him, dissing trans folks, making comments about trans folks, making transphobic comments. Like, it's not really funny. It's really sad. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, she's serious, which I already knew, but still, it's like, girl, you don't really care. And I honestly blame the Barbs. I blame the Barbs for this. The reasons why I blame her fan base is because they have enabled her behavior for years. And some of the things that she's been called out on, they have defended her against and said it wasn't that serious and it's a hate train. This is why people were criticizing her, because they saw some stupid shit that she was doing. And now, where are we at now? A true turning point indeed.
Nicki Minaj's appearance on Erika Kirk's launch tour isn't really that surprising when you understand how rap music has been used to be weaponized against black people since its divergence from hip hop. So Nicki Minaj is really just following suit. Now, there is irony in Nicki Minaj being on Erika Kirk's launch tour, especially considering that Charlie Kirk very explicitly stated that Nicki Minaj was not a good role model and that for 18-year-old girls, there's also the reality that Nicki Minaj has some legal troubles. And as recently as January of 2025, and I'm not sure about her citizenship status, but Nicki is Trini. Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad and Tobago, so she is not even an American citizen. So I could see a variation of a conversation that was had with her where her citizenship and ability to stay and remain in the United States was threatened. There's also the possibility that, as we see with a lot of major mainstream artists, especially in hip hop rap genres, that Nicki might not have the money that we think she does. She might be in debt currently. She might be broke and might have needed the money. She could have been leveraged for her citizenship or debts or any other thing that this administration and its supporters are willing to do to people to maintain and gain power. And there's also the possibility that she just decided to sell out. There's also a really interesting ironic twist in a tweet sent from Candace Owens showing a conversation between her and Charlie Kirk, where Charlie is literally reciting quoting Nicki's verse on Monster in the text, stating that he's going to go run and get a great workout to Nicki and Monster. So applying a critical thinking lens, right? There's a lot of different ways to think about this. We don't really know what really happened. We don't know what happened behind closed doors. We don't know the deal that was made. We don't know threats that were made or promises. We have no idea. All we know is that we saw Nicki on stage with Erika Kirk. I also saw Nicki drop Assassin.
And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president.
I also saw Nicki comment on how handsome Donald Trump is and J.D. Vance. So,
Dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
Some of this feels like it could be coerced because I can't imagine Nicki Minaj sincerely wrote for herself in her speech about how handsome Donald Trump or J.D. Vance is. But, you never know. And that's the beauty of it. You never know. But there's some interesting pieces there. But I'm not at all surprised. I mean, the current rap genre is literally selling out your people and your culture. So none of this is surprising. All these dots very closely connect as far as I'm concerned.
Nicki Minaj didn't just make a random comment, she chose a side. And when you choose a side, especially a side that openly targets immigrants, black communities, and women, minorities, and the rest of them, you can't act shocked when the same people who built your career start asking questions. Your fan base isn't random. Your fan base is made up of the very people that MAGA rhetoric constantly disrespect immigrants, black people, marginalized people. So when you stand next to that, praise it, defend it, and speak like them, people are allowed to feel betrayed. And what makes this worse is that nobody asked her to speak this way, nobody forced her. She didn't have to say anything, but she did confidently, and now people are responding with the same confidence. This is also a reminder that being rich and famous doesn't remove you from consequences. You don't get to live off a community for decades and then dismiss their life experience when it becomes inconvenient. And the backlash, that's not hate. That's people saying, we hear you and now we are responding. And at the end of the day, nobody is entitled to unconditional support. Support is earned and it can be withdrawn also. And if this moment shows anything, it's that people are finally realizing that they don't have to stay loyal to someone who no longer represents them. But anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you guys think. Are people overreacting, or are they finally holding her accountable? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, share to people that needs to see it, and also subscribe to support the channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.